The other day while I was working, a black man came and ordered a fried chicken pancake. This is the fifth time this man comes, and every time he orders a fried chicken. I can't help but remember the stereotype about black people like to eat chicken. So I wonder, what's the stereotype about our food?
Today we are going to interview some foreigners and ask them about their impression of Taiwanese food, and we'll tell them our impression of their countries. So let's get started.
We want you to make some introduction.
Hi, thank you for inviting. And I'm from Mongolia. People always ask me like, can you ride a horse and something else? Yes, I can, because there's always we had a culture inherited from our ancestors. It is like a nomadic lifestyle, and nowadays there's also people living in a nomadic style, like building their house very easily. It's called the ger, and like a yurt, which is built very easily and take out easily. And there are some people still living in the herding the animals into moving inside another places too easily.
Hello, I'm Meg, and we are lucky to have an interviewee from India. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Prabodh Das, and I'm from India, and now I'm currently a PhD student in Department of Earth Science, NCO, and I'm in my 4th grade.
So again, it's George, and I'm very grateful to have another Mongolian. And what's your name and where are you from? Can you kind of give up some details about your country?
Okay. Hello, my name is Bindaria, and in here Taiwanese people call me the Smile, which name I give to myself. And I'm from the Mongolia. Mongolia have a 4 season. It's very different from the Taiwan's weather. And when I feel coming in Taiwan, I feel it's very humid, and every time usually we are sweating because Taiwan is more hotter than Mongolia and also very humid, and Mongolia is very dry and also very colder. It's the big difference of the weather.
Okay, hello, I'm Meg, and nice to see you again. Okay, please again introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Isa. I'm from Turkey. I'm 23 years old, and I'm here to learn Chinese about like 1.5 year, just like that.
What do you think of Taiwanese people eat every day before you come to Taiwan?
Well, so actually we Indian people think that Taiwanese food and Chinese food are the same. So before coming here, I thought maybe there are some good noodles, and which you have already very good noodles. And before this, I also thought maybe you kind of getting some vegetables, boiled meat, some boiled fish. Somehow I can see that also, but still I could find very good food, some spicy one also, but they are not really spicy because we Indian eat a lot of spice. But overall the food is really good.
You might imagine your lifestyle in Taiwan, right? So what did you imagine that you would eat after you come to Taiwan?
In here, I really enjoyed eating the baozi. Yeah, and some fried foods are really tasteful, delicious. Like I forgot that the fried pork.
Fried pork.
Do you know the name of? Deep pan. Yeah,
Oh.
deep pan. I really like that.
The popcorn chicken or the whole pieces?
The whole pieces.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think Taiwanese people eat every day before you came to Taiwan?
Before I came to Taiwan, it's not only for me, like for all Turkish people, like for us, like Asia, means like China. So it means everybody eats very disgusting foods, like snake, like something like, you know, like some mosquito, something like for us, like very disgusting things. But after I came, Is there another question?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for us it was
Keep going.
like for me like it was like very disgusting. But after I came to Taiwan, like for me Taiwan was very smelly country because I just came like all the street like has a strong smell. But after like when I see the food, I said it looks very disgusting. But I tried, no, it's yummy. Like for example like beef noodles. I said, oh, impossible! I cannot eat this food. It looks so disgusting. But after I ate, it's like my favorite food in Taiwan.
Before you came here, what do you think about Taiwanese food should be like?
I already knew about the foods, and one people told me about the food, and she said it's very tasty. Some of them very tasty, but very salty, and some of them very sweet. And when I come in here, it's very different. I think in Mongolia we usually eat the sour something. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys eat it feels like a sour. And in here I eat the foods. It's very sweet, and there is only two kind foods, and one of them very sweet, and another one is very salty. I feel like that. It's the main problem of mine in here. The food is very difficult.
Do you have other stereotypes after coming a bit?
Well, the first one is like in India we thought all Taiwanese people are short-heighted. They are not tall. But after coming here I see the guys and the girls are like really tall. Like some of them are really tall. So this is one of stereotype we all think like this. And another thing is we thought maybe Taiwanese people are similar like Chinese people, but it's completely different. Like after Japanese people, one of the most friendly people are Taiwanese people. I really like Taiwanese people.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any stereotypes before coming to Taiwan about Taiwanese?
In the beginning, I feels like it is the island, and many people in there. And also, I read like the more Philippines and Indonesian people in here, and I think like the Taiwanese people maybe more the dark tone something. I feel like that. I never see the Taiwan people and never meet. And when I talk the school, first they interview with us by the Skype. They just introduce and ask me some questions. And the time I see the first Taiwan people, which is my professor, and I think like, oh, my things is very different from the people.
Do you have other stereotypes about Taiwan?
Before I came here,
Yeah.
before I came here, actually we Turkish people don't know a lot of things about Taiwan. Like because before I came to Taiwan, I told my parents, I said I'm going to Taiwan. They said, why you go to Thailand?
Oh
Like
yeah,
for us,
I know.
Taiwan, Thailand. We don't know anything about Taiwan. But now the young generation knows more because Taiwan's technology is very good. Like for example, like Asus, something like Taiwan has their own phones. So like now the young people know a lot of things about Taiwan, but the old people knows nothing.
Before you come to Taiwan, do you have any stereotype like what Taiwanese people will usually eat?
Before, honestly, when I was in third or when I was a kid, there's one movie streaming on the TV. It is called Meteor Garden. You know, the F4, the Taiwanese very famous movie. I saw there's some culture about the food. Is like a street food, and I really appreciate that.
Street vendor.
Yeah, that movie gives me first impression about the Taiwanese people. And before I came here, I searched about the Taiwanese people and culture, and I really like it and really interested about it.
Okay, so when common Asians hear Mongolia, the first thing that comes into our mind is usually the Mongolian barbecue. Have you ever eaten that in Taiwan? And does this food really exist in your country?
Actually, I never tasted that Mongolia restaurant barbecue in Taiwan, but once I went to the Xiao Mongol named restaurant. It is about the Mongolian restaurant. They told me, but I tasted like it is all seafood, but we never eat the seafood. Yeah, so it doesn't exist. But maybe it's possible to barbecue technique is similar, and they copied from our culture maybe. Yeah, but I think the taste is different in here because all flavors and the meats taste different.
Thank you.
I have some questions
Okay.
about India.
Okay.
Like, does every Indian know how to cook curry?
No.
Really? Why?
Because here also in NCU there are few students, they also don't know how to cook. But still at the same time there are some people they can cook really good. So it depends, like if you really want to cook you can cook, otherwise you don't need to cook. But if you don't cook you have to eat outside, like whatever you will get you have to eat, you don't have any other options. So in my case I prefer to cook.
Oh wow, impressive. So, do all the Indians have eat curry every day?
Yes.
Wow.
Most of the people, like when I came to Taiwan for the first time, I could not really eat outside because there is no salt, no spice, nothing else in Taiwanese food. So I used to cook every day. But right now I can eat outside also, like some vegetarian buffet or some, because we Indians, like most of the Hindu people, they cannot eat beef, pork. So that's why we have to little bit compromise with cooking.
As we all know, like turkey ice cream is very famous in Taiwan. So I want to ask why they always tricks the customers.
Like for me, like when I was in Turkey, like everybody say like Turkish ice cream is so famous around the world. Like for me, yeah, I said like ice cream is just like ice cream. In all countries, the taste should be the same. After I came to Taiwan, I tried Taiwanese ice cream. Yeah, the taste is so different. In Taiwan, the thing they give you is not ice cream; it's just like chocolate. So like in why they tricks with people, I think it's like like something like interesting thing. Maybe because of that people will go to buy. Maybe they say, oh, I want to go and maybe he will trick with me, so he'll buy because of that reason. But whenever like I'm Turkish, but I haven't seen any ice cream man, because with Turkish people doesn't like that. Because I just want to buy ice cream, just give me, don't play with me. But you can see that in some like famous cities like Istanbul, something like which city has a lot of foreigners. Yeah, but I haven't seen, and I also don't like. Just give my ice cream. I want to eat my ice cream, not more. That's maybe why they tricks. Just like get more customers.
Hello, I'm Christy. The foreigners we met this time come from countries that most of us consider mysterious or distant. Through our interview this time, we can see how different the culture of each country is. Also, this time we talk about an important issue, stereotypes. People acquired most of the stereotypes from the internet or oral transmitting, and these are not always and absolutely correct. This is a very special chance that we can listen to their impression of Taiwan before they came here, and we are glad to hear that they are enjoying lives in Taiwan now.
Hello, I'm Michael. After making this video, we found that it's impossible to transfer what people said to the subtitle 100% correct. Except the fast speaking and accent, sometimes we can't understand what they are trying to express. People won't always obey the grammar or speak very clearly when they are talking. The choice of words and pattern might be very strange sometimes. But usually we can understand what they say after they complete the sentences. When it comes to typing a subtitle, we have to type it words by words. So for those who didn't understand English or unable to hear might have a difficult time watching our video without hearing the actual sound. This is the end of our video.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.